I know. I'm a little bit late to the party, Victor, on this one, but man, how do you properly analyze this outside of just what is going on? Okay, like, how have we gone? How have we regressed as a society? And I've heard a lot of conversations on this one, and just simply the way that things have gone, right? Like, just yo, bro. Okay, outside of just the functionality, right? Like of the mandibles, okay, of this brand new runt predator thing. I mean, you go from 87, you go from that iconic design of the predator, and then you end up with this. Like, okay, I don't even know I don't know what's going on, man. I do not know what's going on. What was going through the head of the people that decided this? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, that right there, I mean, you do some proper casting like that, and the girls are going to need work, because I don't think we're going to be seeing season 3 and definitely not season 4 of The Last of Us. So, you know what? Hey, you want to go ahead and put her to work? I think that's just excellent casting, especially if you want to minimize on the amount of makeup that's going to be required. But hell, it's going to be all CG anyways, because there's no ingenuity. There's no creativity left in Hollywood, because Predator Badlands director reveals the surprising and devastating PS2 game that inspired his upcoming movie, because as we're seeing right now, just video game adaptations are getting shat out across the board, and apparently you can't even do something for such a dilapidated premise like a brand new Predator movie right now. Like, bro, how many I think Predator could very well end up being the quintessential series, which I know that there's a lot of post-hoc love for Predator 2, but this is one franchise that really didn't need to be a franchise. It's right up there with The Matrix when it comes to one good movie and a bunch of shit afterwards. That's probably underselling how good the original Predator is. One great movie, just like The Matrix, and then, like, I kind of have a fondness for Revolutions, and I forget what the third one is. I seen them both in theaters, but I was, of course, quite young for the second and third Matrix movies, and hell, I was only 9 when I first seen the original, and I don't really think that it holds up all that well, but I gotta go back and I gotta rewatch them again. But the original Predator, I mean, it's a quintessential action film for a reason, because it's a lot more than just simply, I love to see the alien. No, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger giving it his all. One of his best acting performances, full stop. Okay, there's a full realized cast of characters. You got Jesse the Body Ventura. We want some tobacco, you bunch of slack-jawed anyways, but no, I ain't got time to bleed. Him being a genuine badass. The dearly departed Carl Weathers. Okay, you've actually got like a diverse cast of characters that are there in the team, the squad itself. I generally hate just mindless action. I don't really have a lot of fondness for a bunch of the action films that I grew up watching, but I didn't watch Predator, Terminator, and a bunch of the quintessential action films until much later in life, and there's a reason, because I had a very disposable relationship with a lot of the media that I engaged with earlier in life, mostly because it was a bunch of B movies, and it was just a bunch of crap, really, and a lot of it, just had big flashy action, but then outside of that, man, you don't remember any of the characters, and the consequences of the battle don't really mean stuff, because you know that the good guy's going to end up winning, and if there are some sacrifices along the way, it was just, and your name was, but Predator's not that. Alien was not that, but at least Alien had aliens and another story with a full realized cast of characters that ended up getting bastardized iteration after iteration. And now that we're apparently heading back for another Alien vs. Predator movie, I mean, these two poor franchises, man. Thanks to Disney stewardship, that sludge pipe is never going to end. And now that the superhero fad is seemingly crawling to a conclusion, I mean, legacy sequels, legacy reboots, legacy midquels, that's all we're going to be getting. Or video game adaptations, man. Like, just how many have been announced? I've talked about a few of them, but apparently even Claire Obscura Expedition 33, the new game that just dropped that has taken the world by storm, even it's getting a filmic adaptation, which, bro, I thought that the Split Fiction announcement was already pathetic. And oh yeah, I did the video on Sydney Sweeney with her 2 video game adaptation takeovers. Yeah, I missed out one where she's working with Michael Bay for an Outrunner movie. What? All right. Dan Trachtenberg says a key relationship in Predator Badlands was inspired by the 2005 PS2 game Shadow of the Colossus. Oh my god, don't set up people with expectations of that. As inspired as I am by movies, I am very inspired by video games like Shadow of the Colossus, where you have a protagonist paired with someone else who provides color and connection. Oh my god, Shadow of the Colossus, yeah, 2005, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 2, you idiots. Action adventure follows, yes, Wanderer, a young man who journeys on horseback through an isolated and abandoned realm. Yeah, with the corpse of a girl named Mono rather, and this is supposed to be analogous to a story that is about an outcast runt predator, right, who ends up getting, thrown out of the tribe by his father, and he has to go out there and prove himself. Yeah, okay. Predator the Badlands stars Elle Fanning as Thea, Wayland Yutani synthetic, who teams up as an outcast Yehudi Deck. Oh, his name's Deck. Interesting. To survive on a harsh, remote planet. That's right, Predator Badlands revealed, and yes, it's linked to the Alien movies as early as the first trailer, or teaser trailer, yes, with Thea's eyes powering down like David from Prometheus, or Andy in Alien Romulus. Yeah, so fantastic. However, this isn't the most exciting aspect of the movie's plot. The thing that makes Predator Badlands truly special is the fact that Trachtenberg's movie has a Predator as a hero, and yeah, it's also going to be his second kick at the can when it comes to a Predator movie, as yeah, he ended up doing Prey back in 2022, which a lot of people at the time looked back on fondly, but now nobody really has a generally favorable opinion of. But hey, it got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Disney really thought that they missed the boat by putting it specifically on Hulu and not putting it in the theaters. So now, we're going to go ahead and rectify that problem when this fucking disaster comes out later this year. But it's man, for as much as people have been memeing on the look of the Predator, I mean, I was a little bit upset when I pulled up the teaser trailer. Okay, I guess we can probably go full screen on this one so you don't go ahead and think that I'm lying or anything like that. I'm not lying. Okay, yeah, there. It ends up, giving you a little bit more accurate assessment about what's going on. But yeah, Predator Badlands teaser trailer, 20th Century Studios, 4.93, just about 5 million subscribers, 8 million views, and you've got that little interaction. I mean, that's kind of damning in and of itself. 110,000 upvotes, 23,000 or 21,000 downvotes. That's kind of shocking. Okay, for how much stick that this design has got, where you just instead of having cool dreads like the original or any of the other redesigned Predators had, even with Prey, right, like that feral Predator, he had a pretty interesting design. But that right there, I mean, like, the comments really do take it away. This Predator is the protagonist now. Yes, Predator looks like he starts a lot of his sentences with actually. Even Predator, I got Gen Z dude probably fitted with Gucci gear. Predator looks like he's about to drop a fire hip-hop album this fall. The Predator looks like he vapes while listening to podcasts. You officially made the Predator not scary. A great job, Hollywood. And the Predator looks like he works at a local coffee shop. You look at the upvotes just on these individual comments. You got 5,000 for the coffee shop comment, the vapes and podcasts, you got 3K on that one. I don't know, man. Where's the enthusiasm for this? Okay, it really does harken back to a bunch of other things that we've been talking about recently, or at least it's very much invaded my mind. Just that the lack of creativity, the lack of really inspired choices being made, not just in Hollywood, okay, but in entertainment, full stop. The Oblivion remaster, I know a lot of people love it. I know that it's still doing great numbers, but it's still a remaster at the end of the day. It is still the exact same game from 2006, and now everybody is forgetting just how atrocious Bethesda is in the modern day. But no, if you could just go ahead and tickle that old nostalgia bone, if you can just go ahead and feed me member berries, we'll just go ahead and give you a pass on stuff like this. And because Alien Romulus last year, a film once again following the exact same trajectory of Prey, it was really good. It was the best thing since the last Aliens thing. But actually because it was set as an interquel between Alien and Aliens, oh man, it's like it's the best thing since Aliens. They just hands down can't wait for more of this slop. But now, does anybody even remember that film? Not even a year later. Don't worry, we're going to be getting a TV series about the alien and he's on Earth. How are you going to make that make sense canonically? It doesn't matter, because you're going to have xenomorphs on Earth. You remember xenomorphs, right? You remember the alien. Oh, the Predator looks stupid? Oh, that's fine. It's a Predator movie. It's going to go into the cinema and it's going to make a lot of money. And here's the thing, man. We've gotten to a point where a lot of people are giving things pass because they aren't woke. Oh, the Oblivion remaster outside of the body type 1 and 2 thing, which is supposed to be a deal breaker for a bunch of people. Oh, it's not woke. Oh, it's not woke. That's fine. We have gone from it's not woke, and I like the thing just because it doesn't attack me, and now you're forgiving a bunch of other sloppy creative decisions and sloppy scripts. Oh, the Minecraft movie has taken off and really stands at being probably like the second or third best performing film. Probably third best, depending on how they're going to categorize Stupid Avatar at the end of the year. Another film that's just going to make all of the money in the world, and nobody's going to be able to nobody's going to be able to tell you any of the names of the characters or what the fucking plot is 20 minutes after they leave the film. Same thing with Jurassic Park. See, all of these franchise movies that really should... Jurassic Park, man, that's a perfect example of that same archetype that we mentioned earlier with Predator and Alien. Well, Predator specifically being the franchise that never should have been one great movie and a bunch of shit in the aftermath. But because they make a lot of money, because it's a recognizable face, Hollywood and entertainment is just going to continue to churn them out. And if they could just go ahead and redo the original Predator, which you goddamn well better believe it, they're probably just waiting for a gap in Timothy Chalamet's schedule to just redo the more problematic elements of the '87 classic. Have him be Dutch, or I don't know, pair him up with Idris Elba to be his Carl Weathers. It's just, at this point in time, man, just continue to do the shit until the wheels fall off this bandwagon, and then everybody wonders, oh, what happened? Where did the good storytellers go? Oh, they left the building decades ago, and now you're starting to catch up. Well, better late than never, but at this point in time, I'm not holding my breath thinking any of this mainstream shit is going to be even passable. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.